Here we are back at the spreadsheet, and if you watched the previous video, you'll know that all of the information in this spreadsheet was created with a program called StockWrite, which is an executable program that'll run on any Windows-based computer. What that program actually does is it goes to the Yahoo Finance and downloads historical data, and then it actually applies all of these indicators day by day to whichever stock that you selected. The reason why it works so well is because it allows you to avoid the hassle of actually going to Yahoo, typing in the stock, going to historical prices, selecting the range, hitting download, then you have to go find your download and go from there. This avoids all that. You type in the ticker code of the stock you want to download, and in about 6 seconds you have this. So this video now is going to be a demonstration on how to use this information. It's not a demonstration on how to use LibreOffice Calc, which is what this is, or Excel. As you'll soon see, I'm no expert. And this is also not a recommendation for a trading strategy. This is going to be an example of a simple backtesting procedure. So what we're going to start with, and I've already done some of the work to shorten the time, is we're going to move some information over to another sheet. So in this sheet, we include the date, the open, and the close, which is the only information I need for what we're going to do today. So now what I want to add is a moving average. So we'll go back to here, we'll pick the 200-day moving average, and we'll copy that. Go to sheet 2, and we will plug it in here. Now, what we're going to do here is create our backtesting strategy, our buy-sell procedure, and then we're going to add some totals in some of these other cells. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is create a buy and hold. And what I mean by that is to compare your strategy to the same thing that would happen if you just bought at the open here and sold at the very end. We're going to put that information in here. So starting from here, we will enter. Oh, we don't want to start from there. We're going to start from here. I told you I wasn't very good at this. E2 plus B3 minus B2. Okay, that's a trade. You just executed a trade. You bought it here and you sold it here and you banked it here. So this is going to be your running total. So you copy that down. And at the end, you will see that buy and hold for this particular period would have given you a negative return. Now let's prove that this formula I just put in there actually works. So essentially what this is we're buying on this day and we're selling on the last day. It's just that would be a simple subtraction here. So the last day is line 1057. So just to prove it, we're going to go over here to stay out of the way of our other information. And we're going to say B1057 minus B2. And that number should be exactly the same as this number. The decimal places have been chopped off, but it's the same number. So what all this does is prove this formula, because we're going to use this same formula for our moving average test, although it has to be modified somewhat. So we don't really need this. All right, let's go ahead and put in our moving average formula. Right here, we'll label this B and H. And over here is going to be close greater than moving average. So for this part of it, we have to move down one more cell. I can explain that later, but it needs to happen. So I'll start with our formula, which will be an if. And we're looking to see the closing price rising above the 200-day moving average. So we will put in, but we have to go back 2 days, so we're going to put in if C2 is greater than D2. And if it is, then we want to bank this profit, which is going to be B4 minus B3. Start with our bank, which is going to be F3, and we're going to add B4 minus B3, else F3, which just moves our balance forward if the condition isn't met. So you can see here that, of course, it hasn't exceeded the 200-day moving average. So we'll copy that down, and you'll notice it takes a while before it starts to register anything. And at the end of the study, you can see that with that strategy, we have a negative $3. This was negative 19. So actually the 200-day moving average fared better than buy and hold. So what we can also do is add in some totals over here so that we don't have to keep going down to the bottom of the screen. So right here we'll put in the moving average profit, and in the next cell we will put in the percent gain, and over here we will put in the buy and hold profit, and the percent gain will go in here. So what is this moving average profit? It is the information that is contained in F1057. Okay, now we want to get the percent gain, which will be a formula, integer G4, and that will be divided by our opening price times 100 So it's a negative 4%. Now let's go over to our buy and hold, and that will be cell E107, E1057. Okay, and then the same thing here to, okay, so that's a negative 24%. So now you see what we could do with the 200-day moving average. Now let's try a different moving average. Let's try the 50-day. Okay, so you can see some different results here. We made a little money, actually a 4% gain with the 50-day moving average. Let's try the 20-day. Oh, we did even better. Okay, 9% profit versus a 19% or minus 24% loss. You can use any of these other columns, and you can use those however you want to use them. You can use them in combination. This is just a demonstration on how to use it. Copying stuff over, and you don't even have to copy these columns over. You can reference those from this page. You don't have to copy them in here. I just did that because it clarifies how we're doing the mathematics. So that is a demonstration on how to utilize this information created by Stockwright. Thanks for watching.